Well, I changed my mind. I'm going to vote. I told you that I was going to use my freedom of choice to not vote, but that anything can happen, and it did. I watched the debates, and I'm going to vote. I'm going to talk about this because I think something so huge is happening now. I said this in my video before the debates, that something big is happening, a shift in consciousness. And I'm going to share something else that's going on that Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok released for 2024 that shocked me also, that is proof that it is happening. What's it? I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to love this. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. I'm feeling something so big right now, and it's not some cataclysmic thing or something's going to happen with the food supply chain. None of that. It's actually opposite. It's a movement. It's a movement that is open and expansive. I'm going to tell you exactly what TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram released. I'm going to talk about the debates briefly, and I'm going to ask you before we start to please subscribe, because I'm going to share more and more and more as we go into this era. I call it the entry to the golden era. What's going to happen here? Well, old has to dissolve and fall away, and it will still exist here. There'll be choices. This is the planet we come to explore darkness, to explore contrast. That's all that's going on. When we go into consciousness, and more are going to consciousness, what does that mean? We recognize that anything negative, that's judgment, separation, finger pointing, anger, all these things, all of that is of a programmed, low density, ego-based frequency. What does that mean? Well, when we go into separation, we create conflict. Even if we are fighting for something good, there's no such thing. It's impossible to do that, because actual high frequency doesn't separate. It creates solutions. So therefore, it doesn't oppose anything. It creates new gateways. And that's what's happening right now. All right? I keep talking about this, and some of you are saying, oh, that's not true, and what about this and that? I said, well, what about it? It's not wrong. It's what we came to explore. So now when we decide to stop doing that, humanity isn't a problem, because we are humanity. So it starts with you and me. It starts with my thoughts and my choices. Now, I have not watched any news, any media that has to do with what's going on out there, because it's so made up and false and twisted and turned, right? And so I'm focused completely on you. I'm focused on showing you new ways to clean up your house, your body, to create online businesses that are planet conscious. We're going to be the business people that are wealthy and abundant, but we're doing good things. We're going to earn money in a positive way. We're going to spend it in a positive way, high frequency. Money's no longer going to be evil in the world we're creating, okay? That's what we're doing here. This is a free webinar if you guys want to come over. I'm showing you how to do it. You don't have to have any experience at all. I've been doing this over a decade, all right? It's working. And you got to stick to your guns, and it's not always going to be easy. But I haven't watched anything because I feel like there's so much turmoil going on out there that I'm just polluting myself with the low frequency. But I decided last night that I needed to watch the debates, because now that Biden's out of the picture and Harris is stepping up, she's a new voice. She's not Biden's voice, she's a new voice. And I needed to hear that voice from her, not from media, okay? I needed to hear his voice. I've actually never heard him speak. Trump. And let's just say, after the debates, I decided I needed to vote. I'm not going to discuss who and what. You can come to your own conclusion. I'm looking for those who are going to go into peace and calm and create level-headed decisions, not finger pointing and insults, all right? I'm looking for those who maybe won't always make the decisions that I agree with, but are going to represent us in a manner that is much more stable, that I can be proud of, especially when it comes to international matters. So, whatever you think and whatever you think I'm going to do, it's really no one's business. I have the privilege of voting for who I want. But I wanted you to know, because so many of you were upset because I said I wasn't going to vote, I have changed my mind, all right? Now, let's move on to what else is happening out there. Obviously, the debates have been, the fact-checking has come back, and, it's not a surprise of how many facts were really warped out there and so way off base it wasn't funny. We need to start speaking not just sensationalized statements to get attention to do things. And I'm talking about all of us in everyday life. Selling stuff. And that's where we're going to go to right now with my Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok report. Selling, this is great. Lies, skewing the truth to get people to do things you want. It's dissolving. Now, I am an online entrepreneur. I own online businesses. I train people. I train people how to break through fear. You guys have seen this. This is free. I train people how to create planet-conscious businesses. We've got people doing amazing things, health and wellness. We've got a psychic medium out of Australia. We have an artist in Mexico, and just amazing, beautiful people, and they're creating things they never imagined possible. We start with passion, but passion, we don't want to be the starving artist. We're going to take passion and we're going to turn it into profit. All right, we're going to do amazing things. We're going to place others, our planet, and animals first and foremost. It's going to change our lives. It's going to change your life, right? It feels good to do that. When you're earning money doing good things, you are a change maker. This channel's about becoming a change maker. And even if you do it with your thoughts, you have made an impact on the planet. So as a business owner, I'm always looking to see what the audience wants. Now, I'm clairaudient. I get messages. If you saw my book was a download. I've never read it. I edited it, but I didn't sit down and read the whole book, because I'm carrying this information here and I'm sharing it with you. So if you haven't read the book, you may want to. It actually applies to what's going on right now. We're past the tipping point. We're in it. Now, what I want to share with you is that I launched Digital Explorers at the end of 2023 because I was told it was time. Now, I've been working on that for a couple of years, but it wasn't till the end of 2023 that I got a message, including my book, that we had to launch now. Why am I getting that message? The consciousness of the planet is right there, right in that position to receive that information, okay? And so we were ready for it. And so I knew I wasn't quite feeling like people were ready to make a difference on this planet and place other people and what's going on here first over just chasing money online. You see all those ads, right? Chase money, make money this way, it's insane, okay? And it's false promises, I know, because I've been doing this for over a decade. What I want you to know is the report said, this is an actual report from TikTok, Instagram, and Pinterest, stating what the public says they want. You're going to love this. Trust, sustainability, big conversations, community. They want things that are good for everyone. They want real discussions. They want to do things and earn money in a way that benefits the planet. They never once said money, self-serving of any kind, or nothing had to do with running and getting stuff. It all had to do with caring about others, the planet, and getting information from others in business and everywhere, the trends, that was authentic. Authenticity was one of those points. I'm loving that because that's what I represent in Digital Explorers, and everyone's invited. Now, I don't take everyone, and I'm going to tell you why. When you're in the penthouse and you are like in unconditional love, you're not going to let somebody in who's not in the same frequency, because they can do a lot of damage. But if they earn their way up there by their choice, and we do not judge that, don't judge somebody else's choices. If you are in a high frequency, you're not even going to go into that space. You want to show them ways that they can make higher choices. In other words, we're not going to approve of you. We still love you, but we're not going to approve of this. If you're going to lie, if you're going to do certain things, okay, that's fine. Now, I shared this with you before. Somebody said, what about, history, Hitler and all these people who've done damage in the past? I said, they never would have been able to do anything unless they had followers. We cannot implement destruction or violence or conflict unless there's a follower of it. And that's the public, and that's how much power we yield. Fast food restaurants that are serving toxins and preservatives and plastic and these things cannot exist. None of that can exist unless we're using it. We are responsible. They are not. They will have the consequences of what they do, but the responsibility is in the user. This is why I show you guys in my description. I'm choosing, my hair stuff. I just used it. It's amazing. And this is 100% vegan, no sulfates. It comes in a paper. I soak it blended. I showed you in my last video. If you haven't seen that, I'll show you pictures at the end of this video. I blend it because I like liquids. Same thing with my soaps, everything. You say, well, liquids come in plastic. Not if you get a bar soap and you blend it and liquid, like 3 big containers for 1 bar of soap. It's actually way cheaper than the other stuff. I'm telling you right now, it's real simple for you to make decisions. And when you clean up your body, now you're going into a different space, and you're sending a message to that business world and others who don't care about how they earn money. You're letting them know until they make higher decisions, you will not financially support their products. We will not support anything that is destroying people, the planet, and animals. Now, those of you said, should I go vegan, vegetarian? I said, you know what, that's a personal choice, and I'm not going to judge that. It's like anything. Everything's a choice. I'm not going to judge any choices. However, there are consequences to that. So ask yourself, if you're going to eat meat, how was that animal treated? Do your homework. And I'm going to tell you, some of you won't want to know. You'll never get that image out of your head when you see how they were treated. They're very intelligent, beautiful souls. They're intelligent, and they know everything that's going on. So if you want to eat meat and they're treated humanely and you can justify that, by all means. But when you make your decisions, come from a place of consciousness. In other words, no. Don't put the blinders on and say, I'm going to do this because I want this. Say, I have to look at that. If I can still make this decision, fine. If not, is there another way? So I'm not going to shame anybody. We're here to make decisions. We're here to do things and learn. You're experiencing, it's an adventure. And so to blame or point fingers to anybody is such a low, dense ego frequency that says what I believe is right, and if you don't believe or vote for whoever that I believe in, conflict. And that is low frequency programming that is dissolving. Eventually people will realize it doesn't feel good. And I have eternity here to go to, and every choice I make here, it counts. Every thought, every finger pointing that I do is just me going against myself. And that conflict creates low frequency for everyone that is involved in that. If you finger point to somebody who doesn't participate in it, they can still be in the penthouse. You don't destroy anything but yourself. So I did a video and I said, destruction and negativity is immediate here, not out there. It can cause havoc, sure, but my response doesn't have to be equal to yours. I don't have to go into that space. I don't have to be entangled in your negativity if you choose it. It is actually yours. You claim it. So I'll give you an example. If I give you a gift and you refuse it, who's the rightful owner? The person who gave it to you. Refuse the gift. You don't have to receive somebody's negativity or anger. You don't have to engage in conflict. You don't have to get in an argument with somebody. Sitting there debating about whatever's right and wrong and what you can and can't say or how you dress, how you look. That is ego. And that is going to be internalized by you because your body is part of that energy field that you are controlling in the whole. It affects everyone. But you personally will experience the consequences of whatever you're doing, so be careful with this. Ego wants to control others. Ego wants what it wants, and it wants everybody else to do that. And if you're going into that space, take a look at this and say, oh my God, I'm programmed. I'm programmed. We're all here to experience. People want real. They want caring, authenticity. They don't want a sales pitch. What do we do at Digital Explorers? I actually teach my students we will never sell. You'll never hear me teach you how to sell. We're going to learn marketing, and that's just getting the message of what we offer in front of the audience that wants that. But we'll never sell, and here's why. If I have something beautiful that I believe in that other people can benefit greatly from, I don't need to sell you on it. You're going to want it. You're going to come to me. You're going to say, oh my gosh, that's great. How do I clean my hair? What products did you use that work? I don't have a bunch of stuff in my hair. When I get done with it, it feels super clean. All right? Okay, tell me, where can I purchase this? And then we support the companies, the small companies on Amazon. We have small business owners on there who are making this. Are you ready to step into that world? It feels so good. It's so natural and simple and clean. We don't need a lot of stuff. I love clothes. I love things. And I'm buying reused. We'll get into all of that. I'm actually buying off of websites that people are reselling their clothes. And some of them still have the tags on. There's so much we can do. Let's start doing it. It's fun. It feels great. And then let's respect each other's choices. All right? Because I don't have to know what you're doing. I just have to know what I'm doing. And if you can benefit from it, yay. Let's create communities. You guys know when you come over to either one of my lists, you also get access to my off-the-grid opportunity business guys who are cranking out $30,000 or more a month, generating income off of their off-grid property. I think they have 150 acres in British Columbia. They're amazing. They don't give a crap about money. They're living an amazing lifestyle. I mean, you wouldn't believe the stuff they're doing. And they're showing other people how to do it with business plans. And they actually have investors. They're showing you how to do it even if you have no money or no credit. Or maybe you want to go live on one of these properties and contribute. Maybe you know how to fix things or garden. And it's community. And people that want to do things that they love. Are you ready to do that? It's happening. And I'm so excited. And if you don't feel this, then where are you tuning into? What are you watching? I know what I'm watching. And I'm here to tell you the golden era gateways are starting to open. Let the old fall off. And as we go through events here on planet Earth, we'll come together as a community and use that as a challenge to actually reinforce that we're here for each other no matter what, and it doesn't have to be traumatic. Get ready for amazing things. I'm going to share more with you. I've got some real cool stuff coming. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Go down in the description and I have all the links to Blue Land, which is all non-toxic tablets. By the way, your laundry detergent has a lot of toxins in it, okay? If you go to Blue Land, my link, it's an affiliate link down in the description, you can purchase all of their cleaning supplies, non-toxic. It's amazing, and they work. They work. In fact, they work better than the stuff that comes in plastic that's poisonous. I'm so excited. This is going to open up the gateway for you who don't have college degrees or have the wealth or the trust fund or whatever. We're powerful. You're powerful. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.